My name is Dolores, and welcome to Explora Storytime. I've come to tell you a story about common sense. Common sense is something we all have these days. Common sense tells you, if you play in mud, you will get dirty. If you go out in the rain, you will get wet. So this is a story about Anansi the spider. Anansi wanted to be the most important spider in all the world. And one day Anansi thought the best way to become the most important is to collect everybody's common sense. So people would have to come to her and say, Anansi, what should I have for dinner? Anansi would say, open the refrigerator and see what's inside. So people would decide that Anansi was the most important person or thing or spider in the world. So Anansi decided she would go around and get a bag and collect everybody's common sense. So she would knock on the door and say, common sense, please. Could I have your common sense? And people would fill the bag with their common sense. She did this for days. She did this for weeks, collecting more and more common sense. And finally she thought she was done. I have enough common sense. So now she needed to decide, where do I hide my common sense? It was a very big bag. I could hide it behind the rock, Anansi said. But the bag was too big to hide behind a rock. I could hide it under my bed. But the bag was too big to hide under the bed. It wouldn't fit. Anansi thought, I'll hide it in somebody's car. But it wouldn't fit in the trunk. It was so big. She couldn't close the trunk. Finally, Anansi looked and looked and looked and then looked up and said, I will hide it up in a tree. So Anansi decided to put the bag on her stomach. She tied it on and decided to climb the tree. And as hard as she could, she tried to reach around the tree to start to climb up, but the bag was too big. She couldn't get her arms around the bag and touch the tree to climb up the tree to hide the bag. She strained herself. She was straining harder and harder. I can't reach around this bag to get to the tree. But finally one little child walked by and said, Anansi, put the bag on your back. Anansi could not believe she heard that this child was giving her advice. She was so upset. She put the bag on her back and climbed up the tree to the very top of the tree. And at the top of the tree, she took the bag off her back and shook it and shook it and shook it and shook it until the bag broke. And the common sense floated all around the world. And that is why today everybody has a little bit of common sense. And I have a test for you. Okay, here we go. To show that you have some common sense too. Okay, here we go. Here's the first question. If you break it, you should fix it. If you lose it, you should find it. If you turn it on, you should turn it off. If it's dirty, you should clean it. And like today, remember when washing hands is very different than what it used to be. Now people need to count to at least 20 as you're washing your hands to make sure you get all the dirt and the germs off your hand. Very important. And then here's my concluding statement. If everyone in the world uses their common sense to take care of our world, we will have a cleaner, safer, peaceful, happier place to all live in. So please remember to take care of your place and your home and your family. Well, this is the end of my Explora story time. So thank you for sitting there. I really appreciate you all. Take care. Bye-bye.